it's another episode. I'm your host, Tilly. And today we're looking behind the curtain at one of TV's most eerie, but also, let's be honest, most iconic characters. It's a flipping sentient hand. Of course, I'm a little bit biased, but I'm talking about Thing, the disembodied hand which stole the show in Wednesday season 1 and most recently season 2. I got to meet Thing on the red carpet as well as the people behind it that were able to bring this well-loved character to life. Joining me are Ryan, the robotics wizard who built the mechanical hand underneath the skin that Jesse, who along with his team, made. We're going to learn about all the behind the scenes of how Thing came to be, that whole process, and maybe what his next adventures will be. Please give a very warm welcome to Ryan and Jesse. Thank you so much, Ryan and Jesse, for joining me for this episode of Tilly Talks Tech. One thing I do want to address though is I feel like we've been cursed on this episode because I literally came in to record this today as well and I didn't realise, but I've brought the left arm socket and the right hand. I don't know if you've even noticed how strange that looks, but that's what we're working with. I was like, I didn't even know I could do that. I obviously met you, Jesse, on the red carpet at Wednesday season 2 premiere, where I got to see Thing in action, so you were immediately like a shoo-in, because I was dying to know how all of this came about. So you both, how is it that you two got together and started this project, ended up working on a real life thing?
My shop, RaptorHouseFX, does all kinds of special effects work for film and television, and we were asked by Netflix originally to make a walking Thing for a marketing campaign for season 1. That was its own crazy challenge, totally different from this. Making a walking robot is nothing like making a hand, even though they both look like the same hand. Netflix loved it. I always am trying to stay up to date on like robotic innovation and motion capture stuff, tools that we can use to kind of innovate in our world. And now on the hardware side, there's all this amazing stuff being done for industrial robotics, prosthetics. I knew that we had the potential to build a like more realistic standing thing, but I knew we could make a way better version of it just with stuff that had been released in those 3 years since we did the first one. Oh, I guess the actual event that like made any of this possible, I went and shot a video with Adam Savage looking at our walking hand. That got lots of attention from a lot of people in the tech world. CEO of Manus, who make these motion capture gloves, reached out to me and asked if we could design a showpiece basically for their gloves. And at the time, I wasn't thinking about Wednesday. I was thinking about non-human characters or other interesting creatures. Not even 2 weeks later, we got asked by Netflix if we could come back and make our new version of the beta hand.
Whoa, he's got it! Hooray!
He's here.
Hey Thing, welcome to the podcast.
Oh, I can start them up for you guys too. So yeah, I was excited by that ask, looked through all of Manus's work. I found Ryan's work through that connection because they had previously partnered with them. And I spent a lot of time looking at different pre-built existing robotic hands. And I just basically cold emailed them and was like, hey, this is really random. But I was referred to you by these guys, and we have a crazy opportunity coming up. They made it happen in just about a month.
I mean, it's gone crazy viral on social media. Like, everybody absolutely loved it. I saw, like, Morticia Adams, you know, on the red carpet, was interacting with it. Like, it had everybody just in awe. And the fact that it came to life in, like, 1 month is mad. Good job on the both of you. And, Ryan, what was that like for you, like, hearing that opportunity? I mean, it's obviously very exciting, but I imagine you were pretty stressed with the turnaround.
Kind of, honestly, like it's our bread and butter to kind of make design changes really quickly. We couldn't say no, because it was Netflix. We're like, well, we have to try. We're gonna die trying.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but the hand here is not the same one that they have. We had to make it basically twice as large for the fingers. My engineers, they're the ones who actually had to make the changes, so it was probably stressful for them, but for me it was pretty casual.
But you just signed it off. You were like, here we go, this is our big break.
Yeah.
And then it was their problem. I love that. But like I said, you absolutely killed it, and it's really cool to see like you guys both have the hands there, but like the levels they went through and the changes it had to go through. So why was that? Was that to make it more accommodating for like the skin?
Yeah, so his skin, I have a loose skin here, it's very creepy to look at.
Oh God.
The skin is actually a scan of Victor Dorbantu, the actor from the show. So it's a scan of his hand that we then scaled up to fit around the All Bionics hand. Within that, keeping the proportions are the same is important. So it is a large hand.
Yeah.
Still, Victor actually has fairly small hands, but the important thing is that from a distance, it still reads like the right proportions overall.
Yeah.
And it's all of his actual skin detail that's in the mold as well.
That makes sense, and like it's also really impressive though, because in my own personal journey with prosthetics, like I've been wearing them since I was about 2, so I've seen like all the different designs, and there is like a big market for like the hyper realistic designs. And I remember when we were going for that, they took it very seriously, making it as realistic as possible. Like there's like wrinkles, freckles, nails you can paint. I think they got my sister in, and like sisters are said to have similar hands or something, so she had to get like scanned and like dip her hand in some goo, and like that's how serious they took it. I'm not gonna lie, when I walked onto the carpet, I didn't realize the proportions at all. I actually thought it was a real hand. Like, I mean, you will have seen how excited I was by it when I saw it, but I did think it was a real hand, and somebody was doing some sort of like optical illusion, and I was like, I don't know where the arm is, but I'm sure that's someone's real hand. Like that was the extent of it. That was because of how it looked, but also the way it moved. So I'm really fascinated in the technical robotics of it, and how you got it to move so realistically like that. Yeah, tell me about that, Ryan. Oh, you're the guy who always goes live, right?
Yeah, if I haven't gone live in a while, but typically when I used to build the hands myself, I would go live and like stream that process. So
it's such a like process for you, because I remember seeing that years ago, and obviously to get where you are now, I imagine that's been so many like trial and error. You've mastered that design now, so talk me through that a little bit.
really, it's just about going out and like asking people the hard questions and seeing, clinicians and those living with limb differences, like, hey, what are your biggest like problems with your hand? And luckily, technology really has improved and increased a lot in terms of like off the shelf capability. And it really doesn't feel like a job. Like I'm never looking at like 5 p.m. as like, oh, I get to go home. It's like, I go home and like people stop responding to me. Like that's pretty much like why I'm forced to go home.
But like working and testing robotics myself, like I've been a guinea pig for this company and stuff, so I know that things aren't always super smooth sailing. So I was wondering if, the collaboration that you guys made together with this prosthetic, were there any like really moments during production where things were really not going to plan and you actually didn't know if it was going to work?
We had a couple of tight moments with making parts to extend the fingers because we needed to change the scale, and on our end, I mean the puzzle really was making this wireless for live operation. So that's everything below the wrist is what we designed here at my shop, and it's very prototypey still because it really just had to work for this trip. We brought in an effects artist named Ted Marchant also from London. He came out to Denver, Colorado for 1 week, and we designed this system together. And it was right down to the wire. Like we had what we needed as we needed it. We were able to send test videos to Netflix and everybody else as we were going. Other than your hand, I haven't seen other wireless operation like this, especially with something moving this quickly and running so fast. There's a lot of confusing power stuff we had to do because this hand is set up to run on 48 volts. We needed to put a smaller battery in this wrist and then step that power up so that it could run the hand. So that limited the use time. And then this big coil on the back gets very hot, and like it's very much a version 1 of this build. But it proved the concept. And yeah, it was tight for sure.
It feels quite fitting that thing had a couple of like diva moments in production though.
Yeah.
He's got personality.
And as always, our machines do weird things that we don't understand.
Machines also have personality, I swear. Like, like mine today it was my problem, but the fact that things go wrong, it happens. It's all fun, isn't it? And then you get to the other end of it. But you're right, like tech is always evolving. So if there is a season 3, we can only imagine what that thing is going to look like on the red carpet.
I hope so. There is a season 3. Season 3 is greenlit for production, so we're hoping we can get involved with them again. Like just proving that we could do this by itself. Like there's so many potential uses in entertainment for bionics stuff, and with the Manus gloves and everything. Like it's kind of a new category of animatronics for us.
The possibilities are absolutely endless, so I definitely expect you'll be receiving a couple of emails in the future. And do you want to do more of that? Is that like the angle you wanting to go down, both of you?
Yeah, I 100%. This is kind of our dipping our toes first into the entertainment industry. We worked with a company early on who was exploring our hands, but they never ended up using them for like a entertainment robot that was just for like meeting people and like greeting them. But yeah, the plans that we have for entertainment, like we're already talking with some big names in the entertainment industry independent of this. And our goal now is I'm super excited, or was super excited, still am, about this Netflix and Wednesday Addams thing. And I really want to eventually have our hand actually like walk. And so that's kind of now our goal with the entertainment side of things. But yeah, 100%. I want to continue this and would be happy to.
It's like what a time to be in the prosthetics industry. I was thinking this when I got to walk the carpet as well, because I was just like, we're alive and in prosthetics at a time where like the one sentient hand character is being know, in Wednesday Addams in this series. Like we're all here at the perfect time, and it was just like, wow, the stars really did just align. Like the timing is absolutely epic. But it does beg the question in like future productions, future media opportunities. Like, do you think it is going to be kind of hybrid? Like, do you think it's going to be more integration of like physical robotics and engineering more so than CGI in the future? Like, do you think that's a possibility, or do you think it's very much going to be CGI, and then for random little media opportunities we'll bring in something cool like this?
I mean, it's kind of reached a balance in the last few years as far as like large budget filmmaking goes, because the tools are kind of catching up now. To me, this stuff, specifically using the motion capture tech to operate a physical character, like is just the best blend of like this tool was designed to make digital characters originally, but now we're using it for something physical. But I could imagine a world where we are performing a robot on set and they can also capture the performance data to use in post-production from the same tool. It just kind of like squishes that workflow down, makes it simpler. Hands have been made before. There are lots of amazing, perfectly realistic animatronic hands from really old movies. The difference is how quickly we were able to put this together and have it self-contained. Like that's the secret sauce that hasn't really been pursued in special effects, is we can do this really fast because we have these partners available to us. And it's more just like spreading that load out, because in-house we could design our own hand. It would probably take a year. We're just benefiting from all of the amazing trial and error that Ryan and his team have already done. And we also, the other crazy thing is how durable these are. Like they're tested for the real world. And it allows us to say yes to these crazy requests last minute.
Yeah, for sure. That's so exciting. Like I can't wait to see all that like engineering making it into the films and stuff like that. I think that's so epic. Because again, it's really a lot of skill and hard work goes into it. So I'm glad that it's getting that recognition and gets to be on the red carpet, because like, hell yeah, it's amazing. And what about you, Ryan? Do you want to see your robotics on the screen, or do you think it'll start replacing the CGI eventually? Or
I think so. I mean, I've always been enamored with, like, I grew up on Blue Sky movies like Big Hero 6. Like, yeah, I think there's a perfection that we can't replicate in robotics as humans. And I go home and like, I'm obsessed with hands. Like I really am. Like I got into this because of a rock climbing injury, had surgery, almost lost my finger, stabbed through my hand with a jeweler's file. I'm missing ligaments. They're torn. Like, it's just, I have a very tumultuous relationship with hands. But every day I pretty much go home and I look at what I do when I go home with my hands, and I'm like, geez, like we're as beautiful and as wonderful as hands are. Like there's so much still wrong with them that I think back the hands that we're building at the office and I'm like, God, how can our hands do that? And so it's made possible because of that perfection of robotics. It's like, yeah, I could probably do this over and over again, but a robot could do it forever and I could not. And so I think, like Jesse was saying, it'll just be faster too. Like I can't imagine how many takes or just the casting process it took to find that one person for, because I think it was hundreds of people or something, because he can make it look like the hand is actually walking around. And so like you don't have that process anymore. And I'm not saying they'll replace, but I definitely think they'll augment and help and like move things forward much faster. And we'll see movies done in like 6 months, not so much like a year or 2 years. And I think Tim Burton would agree too. Like he's very against, I think, like CGI, and he likes to do everything practically. Like practical effects are like still very important for original film creators. Or like,
yeah. It's kind of cool because it's like obviously everyone's really worried about AI and stuff in films and that taking over, but now we're talking about like new technology that's like physical, that's might be replacing CGI, which is it's kind of like a little war going on. But yeah, I do think that they will live in harmony. But I feel like a lot of people could really get behind like physical engineering being in films and stuff like that. It's really cool to see, and like I said, the reactions you've seen them, like the fans are completely obsessed with Thing. I think he's been on like practically on tour with all the Wednesday promo. Have you seen some of the TikToks and like the fan art and everything?
Yeah, it's been great. We had the opportunity to do 4 different trips with him. We did our first big event with Netflix in LA for their To Doom festival, I guess they call it. That was their like showcase of upcoming shows for the year. We met everybody there. Lots of great creators at the after parties taking videos with him. And the best part for me is that I play him. I'm operating him, and I can stand in a crowd totally visible to everyone, and be responding to somebody, playing like rock, paper, scissors with them, waving back, mimicking their hand gestures. And it's really a magic trick. And like that is so satisfying. And he really just has made people smile, which is the best feeling.
Yeah. That's a beautiful thing. And actually, we just got rock, paper, scissors function in Open Baronix Arms as well.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're going to have to do an in-person spin-off where we do Thing v sci-fi Thing, rock, paper, scissors. I actually love that. Yeah, it was so much fun to see what you guys did. You should be so proud of yourself, like genuinely. And I guess what's next for you both? You want to work more together? Do you have any individual projects that you want to give a little shout out, a little spoiler?
We are taking Thing to a big event called Maker Faire in San Francisco, end of this month, just 2 weeks away. Before that, we are going to go visit Adam Savage again to show off this version. Their team is very excited to see this combo of motion capture tech and prosthetics and everything else. So lots more visibility for the project still, and trying to, like I said, document everything that we did, because it was such a mad dash. Like remembering all the little changes we made is very hard. This project has opened a lot of new doors for us. I would love to do a lot more stuff with Ryan and his team. I can imagine a world where we need some kind of alien hand that has fingers that are this long, or the xenomorph has a thumb on this side too, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I see Ryan's brain ticking as we speak.
non-human hands, I think, are exciting too. So yeah, it's just a total open frontier.
That's so cool. A lot of people obviously Thing is hella sentient in Wednesday. I love that your mission is to get it to walk next. But do you think there's a future where Thing will be able to go on all these little side quests and somebody could have their own thing? And yeah, it'd be their little companion like it is for Wednesday. Do you think it could break her out? Well, no spoilers if no one's seen the show, but between me and you, break her out of someone's basement, you know?
Yeah, no, that's actually really interesting to think about. I had not thought about that, but yeah, if we could get it to walk, then we could 100% sell this as like some type of companion. I don't know how it would be sentient, maybe some like LiDAR or something to like help it understand the environment. But like, yeah, there's no limits. And Jesse talked to this earlier, but like, I think to do what we do, I think you have to be kind of crazy and kind of like ignorant to the possibility of failure. And so, yeah, it's I definitely think that it could be done. But yeah, on the pipeline, like moving forward. But yeah, so in the future, we're gonna have an arm that we can actually teleop. So Jesse, this will be something that you can possibly use as well. But you can use those gloves that you were showing, and we have now a Quest's controller tracker on it. We can control a robotic arm with that and like serve people drinks, and like Thing could potentially be serving people drinks at like Wednesday Addams events or like anything. So there's a lot that we want to explore with Jesse and Raptor House, and yeah, it's going to be exciting. I'm really excited for the world of hands. It's going to take off. More hands come out every day, but
I think it's so funny. Like we all have like hands in our background, and I feel like we just got the 3 like biggest hand fanatics on one call. Like you guys can relate. I walk into my bedroom and there's just palms everywhere. That used to feel like a niche experience, but it doesn't when I'm talking to you guys.
Yeah.
But that's really cool, and I, for one, will definitely be staying up to date with your journey. Like I said, seeing your TikToks from like years ago, and then seeing it your guys work together on the premiere, and hearing about all that's yet to come, it is super, super exciting. So thank you so much for chatting to me, and for anybody who also wants to follow your journey, where can we find you on socials? How do we keep a lookout?
Yeah, all our stuff is at RaptorHouseFX everywhere. So Instagram is usually the most up to date. Our website is RaptorHouseFX.com. If you look up Thing Red Carpet, you'll probably find us. And yeah, he's just one of a lot of different projects we're working on currently.
Yeah, and I have 2. It's weird. One went viral, or my personal one went viral. So that's Panda Bionics. So my favorite animals are pandas, and we work in bionics, of course. And Panda Bionics is where you'll get like sneak peeks at like the crazy stuff and like my thoughts on hands. And so yeah, Panda Bionics.
And since we've all got hands, I feel like this is a great way we can like all wave our little hands. I mean, you can pick a hand. You got so many.
Yeah.
There are a lot.
And I can do a high five and everything. There we go. Full way. Oh my god, there's so many hands on the screen. What the hell? Thank you so much for chatting to me, guys. It's been real, and I cannot wait to play rock, paper, scissors with Thing, to be honest. Let's organise that next. All the best in absolutely everything that you do next. Bro, that was so cool. Like, I've never seen so many hands in one place, and that is rich coming from me. They are amazing. If you have not seen any viral clips of Thing IRL, please do check it out. The show is amazing. Check it out on Netflix too. And yeah, you heard it here, folks. Hands are the future. Thing could very well come to life as our own little companion. That sounds pretty sick. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Tilly Talks Tech. I had so much fun chatting to those guys. If you did enjoy listening to this episode, thumbs up the podcast, subscribe, recommend it to a friend. Let me know who else you want us to get on and chat to.